What's up, guys?
We are live back in Bahia, man. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, feels good. Got the band back together.
That's right. The live studio audience, you will receive parting gifts at the end of the night, and that's no. Yeah. You get a zinger. All right, never mind. But yes, we are back tonight after Christmas holiday, after the New Year. It's 2022. It's cold outside.
God, it's cold.
God, it's frigid here in the South.
Hey,
what are we making?
Did we turn our volume down halfway?
Yeah, I hope so.
Did you hit the halfway button? Hit the halfway button. Make sure
we did.
I don't want it pegging out. We don't want it pegging out.
Will somebody check for us? Hold on. We got some chat.
I'm going to be blowing everybody up.
John Schultz from Madison, Wisconsin. Stephen Crass. Jim Hudgens in the house, 2022.
That's
I'm
right.
sure we'll see Jim Hudgens this weekend right here in Bahia cooking some steak.
It's going to be a cold steak cook-off.
Huh? Yeah, supporting Danny Kennedy. We're going to have a good time this weekend.
Yep.
And, man, it's going to be fun.
If y'all ain't here, you'll probably be warm.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, I got me a new bonfire from Solo Stove. I'm going to light that dude up on Saturday. So it's going to be in the tent with me.
In the tent.
Yeah.
We're going to be out there. Actually, he's going to be passed out, carbon monoxide. He's going to be all necessitate him.
Yeah.
No, that's generator.
Stephen Crass says it's 10 degrees in Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting 17 in Mississippi tonight. That's cold, brother.
Yeah,
that's long underwear cold.
But couple that with that wind.
Yeah.
Oh, that lake effect wind they got? No way.
Yeah. That's it.
So tonight is dumpling night. And it ain't just any dumpling night. It's ham and dumpling.
We've been talking about ham and dumplings for a long time.
Yep. My buddy Hank Vaden at Hank's Championship Barbecue in Columbus, Mississippi told me about ham and dumplings one day.
Did you see that pot of stew or chili or
Brunswick stew
he was making today?
Yeah.
That was enough to feed a whole bunch of people. But sure looked good on a cold day.
He does a bunch of that every week. He makes a big cauldron of it.
Golly.
But he said something about ham and dumplings one day, and I was like, what?
What?
Did you say ham and dumplings?
They do a double tap.
I was like, what? It just kind of caught me off guard. It's like, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
I thought it was chicken and dumplings, and that was it.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to the Taiwanese place, and then there's, whatever, bull dumplings, steamed dumplings.
Yeah.
But I said, so tell me the skinny. He said, just substitute the ham for the chicken. Do everything the same. I'm like, why didn't I ever think of that?
Yeah.
Where's that been on my life? About the next week, I threw it down. I called him. I said, oh, my God. It is so good.
Yeah.
It's just a whole different thing, element to do with ham. You get your ham. I like the shank end of the ham.
Yeah.
Some people like the butt end of the ham. If you get the butt end, you got the pelvis on it. If you get the shank end, you got the shank bone. And if you got the shank bone, usually you're going to have a lot of meat around that shank, and it's real rich meat. And you got that joint.
That dark ham meat. Yeah.
And you're going to have that, and you're going to have all that joint, and that joint's got all that collagen in it that makes for silky, smooth broth.
Yeah.
Just kind of like the bones in the chicken, the same deal. And when you boil that, you take that ham bone after your Christmas or holiday ham or whatever, and you've got all that left, and you can go to holiday ham and turkey.
And they'll ask, you can ask them for the ham bone.
So you got any ham bones? They'll bring you a frozen bone that's just piled up with meat.
Yeah.
And it's by the pound. It's anywhere from, I've had it $9 to $16, depending on how big it is.
Yeah.
And then cut off, some of that pieces of meat, chop it up a little bit, boil that bone. And what we did was just put some onions, carrots, and celery with 2 ham bones and boiled for about 3 hours, real slow.
Yeah.
And just simmered. Picked it out, left all our veg in it, mixed the veg up, blended the veg up in it, and then there was a little bit of meat left in there, but we got all the big pieces of fat, and then pushed it out the door and let it get cold and the fat solidify on top of it.
And scooped it off.
And Greg skimmed the fat off the top of it. Mm-hmm. And then we just got it back over there, and you can see steam rolling out of that lid right now.
Sure can.
So
it sure looks good too.
There's a couple of different things that you can do for dumplings, y'all. You can make your own dumplings. You can use biscuits. You can buy them, but Mary B's,
Yep.
Frozen biscuit
Frozen
dumplings,
Yeah.
Tonight we just cheated because I grew up with canned biscuits. My mama couldn't make biscuits, save her life. And so she always bought canned biscuits, and I grew up with biscuit dumplings. And so I like them. They're chewy and thicker, and they're kind of like little nuggets instead of flat dumplings where you roll them out and you cut them. These are little nuggets, and they puff up pretty good.
I like a little bite to my dumpling. We was talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
I like a little bite to mine, too.
So I typically, with a whole chicken or with the ham that I got, I'll take 4 of those little, you get the little 4-pack of cheap Whopping biscuits at the stove.
Biscuits, yeah.
And there's 10 biscuits, and we just roll them in flour and get the rolling pin and roll them out to where they're about 3 times their original size, and then stack them up and cut them. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You can make long dumplings, but I cut them 3 times and then once across the middle, the little smaller dumpling. We got more of them, but they're just a little smaller.
Yeah.
And then we bring our stock up to a boil and drop our dumplings in a little at a time. Add a little butter, a little cream. Drop our ham in at the end, and get it thick as we want it. And man, it's gonna be some kind of good.
It's sure gonna be some kind of good. My favorite meal is something in dumplings. It don't matter what we put in front of it. I think I'm good with it. Man, we got some people. Gary Castile said, "Mark, save me a hoodie for Saturday."
Okay.
It's gonna be sweet swine of mine hoodie weather.
Yes.
So you need to come and get you a sweet swine of mine hoodie.
We have restocked, but
Got one appetite.
oh, look at that. Man, that's some dinosaur steak sandwiches.
I hope Joe Wilson's watching right there. That's
dinosaur.
Sandhill Crane.
Sandhill Crane.
Ribeye of the sky. Look at there, man.
Some provolone and onions.
Some onions.
Hold
There's
on,
some
hold
bread.
on.
I saw you looking at that.
That right there.
Y'all grab you one of the pieces. They didn't cut them in. Look at there.
Oh, my gosh. Dude,
There you
Dude,
go.
that's it right there.
that Creole garlic is good.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm.
Wow. Wow. Oh, wow.
Huh.
He just toasted some bread and onions and peppers and cooked some Sandhill Crane, then he injected with Creole garlic, Tony
Put some
Satcher.
Texas beef. And what'd you put? Texas beef and roasted garlic on that?
Yep.
Woo!
That's money.
That is the money.
Miss Candace Rogers in the house tonight.
Hi, Candace.
Got Richard Surratt. He says 6 inches of snow coming. I need me some ham and dumplings.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
I seen that he learned how to cook the perfect baked potato on Facebook. You see that?
Yeah, I did see that. Hank Couch says squirrel dumplings.
I like squirrel dumplings.
John Witt. I don't know John Witt, but I appreciate you. Says that's a man of culture right there. Anything in front of dumplings. You got that right, brother. Hank Couch says squirrel dumplings. Man, we've done some squirrel dumplings. Aunt Mandy's watching in the house tonight.
Look,
See you, Aunt Mandy.
strawberry jam.
Strawberry jam. Man, I want to tell you. I don't know if y'all have ever been around Sandhill Crane cook, but the first time I saw it cook, Joe Wilson was here, and there comes up this like reddish jam, strawberry stuff that comes out of here. I don't know what it is, but it comes out of it when it
Looks like you're overheating the jelly donut and the ooze red is
pops
coming
out
out
of the
of it.
top. Man, it's good.
But it's so good.
Mhm.
I mean, come on. That is just straight up steak. If you could farm those, you could make a mint selling that meat. I don't know how long they live, though. I don't know how long it takes to get to harvest age.
I don't know.
We got to,
They're
that's
endangered
see?
species in Mississippi, though.
that right there. We figured out how to farm them.
Yeah.
How they do it with alligators and everything else, redfish.
Got the area to put them in.
Yeah.
All right. So we got some ham and dumplings going on. We got some Sandhill Crane.
Yep.
God, that's a good night.
Man, that right there's fire. Did you find the egg rolls? Oh, we got egg rolls and G-Man sauce.
Oh, look, we got the band back together tonight. We got G-Man, we got Daniel, we got EP is in the house. We got Greg. We got.
Don't let it get going.
We got Dusty. We got a bunch of people here tonight, but G-Man brought some sauce, and so we're gonna fry up some egg rolls, and that just went with that with his sauce. Well, the first thing we thought of was like, "Hey, you got some egg rolls?" Mark said, "Yep." So
I remember Dusty brought them one morning or one Wednesday night.
One day. Oh yeah, those were good egg rolls too.
They were. That's the night we had.
We had that ramen.
Was it ramen? Yeah,
Was
the
that
night we had
ramen?
because we were cutting them up in the ramen. Remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So man, it feels like it's been a while since we've done this.
It has been a while.
It really has. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. And
if you're not here and don't get to try that, I'm sorry, but that right there,
drop that piece.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, if you've never had Sandhill Crane, that bread worked it, didn't it?
Mm.
If you've never had Sandhill Crane, you are missing out on something.
That's as good as any steak.
Did somebody check our volume? Are we not? We're blaring somebody out. Are we good? Hey, no, nobody said anything. I was just asking. Hey, and while we're waiting to turn around the camera here in just a minute, if y'all got a chance, just go ahead and hit that share button for us. If you're watching, go ahead and share that to your friends.
No, YouTube, subscribe button.
Subscribe, hit that bling bling.
That way when we go live, you guys will get notified.
Mike Brown said, I saw this and my mind went to only 15, 20 minutes away. Mike Brown, you know, you start thinking like, man, I could be in Byhalia before them boys is done tonight.
Well, that's kind of like me. I thought I could be back home in 15 minutes the other night.
Yeah.
And when I got to about ready to cross that bridge at 3:05, right before you get to church, policeman pulled up there and turned sideways and said, he turned me around.
Turn you around?
It's when things were getting a little icy.
Uh-huh.
He turned me around. I was like, dude, how am I going to get home? He goes, you going to go around? And I'm like, well, what about them other bridges over there? You going to shut all the bridges down?
I got to cross some bridges somewhere.
I said, I got to cross some bridges. And it was fine. Of course, Highway 78, people were in the ditch everywhere.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
So, did you get anything good for Christmas?
I got these boots.
Yeah. Those Twisted X boots.
Twisted X boots. I got, man, I got to think about it for a minute.
Man, I'm not getting paid by Twisted X or anything, but I'm going to tell you, Twisted X makes a quality, lightweight boot. I mean, really nice.
They are nice.
You know, I got enough weight to carry around myself. I don't need to carry any extra weight on boots. But Twisted X makes a nice work boot. I promise you.
And I got a pair of lacrosse rubber snake boots for turkey hunting.
Oh, that's good. Jana, the roads are fine now. The wind was blowing. She asked how the roads were. She's traveling up here to the contest. The wind was blowing real hard today and knocked a lot of the rain that we got this morning, blew it off the road and dried a lot of things up. So it didn't freeze today like we thought it was going to. So the roads are doing real good up here. Didn't have a problem over any bridges or anything. I don't think we got what everybody said we were going to get. They did north of us, and Nashville got like 6 inches, I think. So
it's getting about time to drop some dumplings.
Oh, man. So we need to – are you about ready to turn the camera around? Yeah. I don't get paid from Twisted X Boots, but if anybody knows how I can, let the big man know.
I need some thickener in case I need it.
Also, I don't know. I got me and Mark these little things, and I don't get paid by these people either, but if I can, let me know. This dot card, it's like a electronic business card, and you can get them in a card version, or you can get it with your phone. And all you have to do is tap somebody's phone that has this card, and you can get all their social media information. They're, like electronic business card. So it's a cool deal. Y'all check that out. Dot Cards. You'll see it on social media and all that stuff every once in a while. Are we about ready to turn that around, Mark?
We're about ready. A little bit. Just out of the picture, Greg. Here you go. Let me have that lid.
Nice. So we got a little stock right here.
Time to get it to a boil. Now, if it looks orange, that's because there's some carrot in there.
That's carotene, ain't it?
Carotene.
No bent carrots, but it's carrots.
So, all you want to do, y'all, once you get your stock, like I said, we just boiled our ham bones in there. And then once they got done, we just skimmed it off. Cool it down because it'll let all your fat come to the top and it'll solidify. And then when it solidifies, all you got to do is just kind of pull the little solid fat off. And then you're going to bring it back up to a boil. All we added was a little Kimball Blanc's Creole seasoning, kind of like Tony Satcher's, but better. And then we added, what else we add to that thing? We added, we had our carrots or celery and our onions into it and a little black pepper.
It don't take long for this burner. Look at this thing.
And so when that's boiling like that, y'all, that's time to drop some dumplings.
Look at there.
The other trick with the celery is use the leaves.
Yeah, we use the leaves, we use the ribs, everything.
You flour in there and just help thicken that up a little bit.
It'll just help thicken it up. And you don't want to stir it around too much. You just want to make sure they're not all sticking together.
Got one on the side right there to you. Yep, there you go.
And then, guys, I've never made it in this pot. I've made it in my regular 12-quart before many times. And I've done my measurements pretty good. This we're going to kind of have to wing on it a little bit. So we're going to see how they do. If we have to add a little water, a little cream, a little butter. That's what cooking is, y'all. Once you cook in this pot many a time, you're going to know kind of how much water, how much of everything needs to go in it. But until that point, we're going to have a few adjustments here. And those adjustments that I like to have around y'all are things like instant mashed potato.
Yeah.
That's something you can thicken it up real quick with. You can take your flour and add it with a little bit of butter. With a little bit of milk in a shaker bottle and shake it up. And when it's come to a boil, just stir that in and it'll thicken it. You can do the same thing with cornstarch. We got a little extra water, some purified water in a pitcher here, in case it gets a little thick and we need to add to it. Inside there, we've got a little ham base. If we need to enhance it a little bit and fortify it, we can add a little ham base to it. That adds salt to it. Everything's better with butter. We got a little stick of butter here, and then we got a little heavy whipping cream. So all those things are here at our disposal because we're cooking this. We're not following a recipe. We're cooking the way we want it. And again, I don't know exactly how it's going to come out in this pot. I may have to adjust it, but that's what we're going to be ready for. Because I expect to have to adjust it a little bit. Once these dumplings start to sink, and when you know they're done is when, right now they're floating, but when they start to sink, then you're going to know that they're just about done. When your broth is on top and your dumplings sink, then your dumplings are getting done. When they're floating, they're still raw. Once they get to that point, we got all of our ham shrapnel over here. And this is just all of our extra pieces left over from our Christmas ham. and that's all the broth was made for, was the bone from the Christmas ham. So we probably won't use all of this, but we'll just use a little bit as necessary, and we'll make some ham salad with that left over. So
we usually like to repurpose things. That's one thing about old school that you didn't let too much, couldn't afford to let too much go to waste.
no.
You had to cook, you had to repurpose everything.
Now, if you want to make your own dumplings, by all means, when you make them from scratch, they're generally more tender. All you got to do is take the same self-rising flour and then put it in a bowl, ladle in some of the warm broth that you have there before you get ready to put it all together. Put your warm broth in there until you make a consistency of a good dough. Flour your surface and turn that out. And I like to knead it a little bit because the more you knead it, it makes a little more gluten and it firms that up, makes it a little more chewy. Roll it out and just cut them into strips, however long you want your dumplings to be. Heck, you can make noodles if you want out of it. But you can make it the same way just with the broth, because the broth has the oil or the fat that's cooked out of the meat, and you've got the self-rising flour. And once you roll them out, I like to cut them and let them sit there and rise and puff and proof just a little bit. And then the same thing, toss them in some flour and drop them into your boiling broth, and you're going to have some really good ham and dumplings. Once these start to sink, y'all, I'm going to add just a touch more water and maybe just a tiny bit of ham base. It may not need ham base. That's some rich broth right there. But that's a simple dish. It's how you make it. Made it this way all my life with chicken. Ham is a new deal for us. But when you do it with chicken, you want to do it the same way. You don't want everything to just dissolve. You want your meat to stay in chunks. So the same way with chicken, if you do it with chicken, usually my meat's already cold from the day before, and I'll cut it up and I'll have it to the side. And once my dumplings are done, I'll just dump it in, and then turn it off. And at that point, it cools it down just enough to eat it, and then it warms the chicken up just enough to eat it all at the same time.
Yeah.
It may not. It may not.
With the liquid.
Yeah, that amount. It may need a little more liquid. But after they get cooked, I can add a little more liquid.
That's right.
I just don't want to slow my boil down right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to let them keep on doing their thing. That's why I got a little extra liquid here so I can do that. Heavy cream and butter ain't going to hurt either, is it?
No. I wouldn't be mad at it. We're going to tilt this back over. We'll let y'all see what's going on here.
And the cool thing about this, you're repurposing it, and it feeds more people than it would all the ingredients on its own.
Yeah.
If you'd have made biscuits and ham, it wouldn't have fed near as many people.
Yeah. Don't throw your ham bones away.
Please, bring it to me.
Make some broth with it. Put it in some beans. Make a soup.
If you guys have an Instapot, man, take that bone and put it in with a pound of raw beans in an Instapot. Cover it with 3 times the amount of water. Put your ham bone and an onion and a little tiny bit of hot sauce. It takes about an hour, and you get really good beans.
White beans. Big old pot of white beans and some cornbread. Not much better.
Didn't you say you used to eat cornbread with chicken and dumplings?
Yeah, you used to eat cornbread with chicken and dumplings.
See, that was nothing I'd ever heard of.
Yeah. So yeah, my grandmother made some mean chicken and dumplings.
See, now your broth is starting to show through a little more.
Yeah. It's Buck approved.
Absolutely, right, Buck?
What's it looking like there? Getting there?
Almost.
You think we'll need some more liquid?
We're going to need a little more liquid.
Okay.
A little more.
So, putting in some water. You put in some water and just kind of wash it in from the side so we can get whatever. We'll stick it to the sides, kind of washing that down and scraping the sides there. One thing, if you got a pot like this, get you a good wooden paddle. Get you a good paddle, and so you can scrape the sides and get all that goody stuff off of it.
I don't know about you, but I like a lot of dumplings.
Yeah, I do.
I don't like too much gravy. A bowl full of gravy and 4 dumplings.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
I
I need
a
like
lot of
25 dumplings at least
That's right.
in my bowl.
Yeah, my mother-in-law makes this kind of Polish, come from Polish descent. So they make she makes pork sauerkraut dumplings.
Come on.
Yeah, and makes handmade potato dumplings.
I got to get Malou on that because she's Polish.
Yeah, and then she's the one that makes the sauerkraut balls.
Man, those are so good.
Yeah, we had those for Christmas, and those are wonderful.
So, you see now we've got about half liquid and half dumpling showing.
Yeah.
That means we're two-thirds of the way there. Here in just a minute, you're going to see fewer and fewer dumplings the whole way as the dumplings start to sink.
Fall,
yep.
And then we're going to get there where we're time to put in our ham.
Yep.
You don't want to, like, you would do the same thing with chicken. You want to pull your chicken out.
Yep.
And then after your dumplings cook, you'll put your chicken back in.
Yep.
Because you don't want your chicken in there the whole time.
Yeah, because otherwise it just shreds and turns into mush and shred. Yeah, it just gets real stringy.
Yeah.
So if you go ahead and cut the chicken breast down, because the chicken breast grains are real long.
Yeah.
Cut that down maybe 4 times across. Cut all your dark meat up and everything in chunks about bite size, and then keep it cold until everything else is done. Turn your fire off, dump it in. It cools it down and heats it up, everything up at the same time.
Yeah.
So it heats your chicken and cools your broth. And I'm going to add just a touch more.
A little bit more water. And that's cooling it down some, but you're adjusting the gas there. Kinda...
As soon as I pour my water, I'll turn my gas up.
Yeah. So this would be a good meal to do at your deer camp, duck camp, something like that.
Now, if I was making it in my 12-quart Cathalon, man, I do it so much, ain't no guesswork.
Yeah.
But like, remember when we were at South Haven when we made dumplings? We had to adjust on the fly. We had to have some thickener. I just happened to have some mashed potatoes, instant mashed potatoes. Well, that's why I got these instant mashed potatoes sitting by here.
Yeah.
But our thickness is coming on pretty good on this. Yep. Now that I've turned this up, so you don't want to stir these much until your dumplings are set.
Yeah. Don't want to disrupt your flavor. I mean, your shape of your dumplings, or tear them up, or anything like that. Yeah, look in there, AD. Ain't that something?
That's what I'm talking about. That's some yum looking right there.
Oh, one's enough.
Now we're getting there. You see that heavy boil? We're getting there, and less dumplings are at the top of the pot.
But now, because we're at that heavy boil, we can go ahead and start adding our ham.
Ham.
I didn't even.
I thought you might.
We're putting the ham in. That's gonna cool it down because we just chopped this from the refrigerator, and he's gonna adjust his heat.
Turn it back down. What do you think about our consistency to dumpling the meat?
Except for that one piece of black.
I mean, you're not.
That's the skin.
Yeah.
You're not hurting. You're not hurting my feelings. We feeding a good many people tonight. You're not hurting my feelings by adding that ham.
All this? What do you think?
Go
Too
ahead.
much?
Ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I believe you.
I like a lot of chicken in my dumplings. I like a lot of dumplings in my dumplings. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah.
There's going to be plenty.
Yeah.
This is the essence of deer camp cooking.
My
That's a little bit much fat right
Yeah.
there.
my mechanic asked me at work today. He said, "So am I gonna have ham and dumplings for lunch tomorrow?" I said, "You might."
Most likely. Unless all about hay shows up.
That's right. Which can happen. It's a cold night, man. You say dumplings, they come a running. What's wrong with that?
Not a thing.
All right,
Here, Buck.
we're gonna flip this back around. Now that you saw the process.
We're going to add now just a little bit of butter and a little bit of cream.
And actually, they're not egg rolls, they're spring rolls.
Oh, that's right. They are spring rolls.
Oh, the spring rolls.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
That's all right. I ain't hurt by it. So, heavy cream and butter got me where I'm at today. Somebody said. I ain't lying.
You saying it?
No, that's not me. That's not me. Richard said that. Nobody ever said mad when butter and heavy cream involved.
And guys, it was just a half a stick of butter and probably a half a cup of heavy cream.
Crandall.
It might be 3/4 of a cup. I ain't gonna lie.
Crandall, you coming to cook with us this weekend?
We can put that in something?
I had some major tilt
On the
going on.
counter.
Yep.
Will it burn the counter?
No, we're just gonna serve it.
Okay. Well, we only have, unless you got something else you want them in.
All right.
They said,
So-
I got them doubled.
Tell
We'll
me,
just scoop it out of here and serve
Okay.
tell me what y'all had as like a meal for
Hanging on the
Christmas
rack.
or New Year's that you just had to have.
Hanging up.
Hanging
I know
on the rack in
A
the
lot of
corner.
people cook special things for New Year's Day. I know I had some black-eyed peas and cornbread, and we cooked. I had a prime rib that I needed to cook, so we cooked that, a little
Look.
small brisket.
It really kind of does.
So
doesn't
tell
it?
me what y'all had for New Year's Day or Christmas that you just had to have. So while people are answering that, we have a reminder. We got a double SEA event here Saturday. We're going to benefit Danny Kennedy. We got a GoFundMe page set up for Danny that Mark started, and a lot of people have given to that. Danny, if you don't know, is a SCA rep. He's had COVID and was in the hospital for a while, and finally getting out. He got out, and he's doing real well. But he's got some medical bills, and we need to help him. So that's what we got set up.
Another little appetizer there for you.
Man, these appetizers, brother. So got a little spring roll. I thought they were egg rolls, but they said spring rolls. But got a little G-Man sauce.
Oh, you got some? Let's see. Vegetable spring roll with some G-Man sauce.
Oh,
That rip me.
nobody warned me about that.
Just move it around. Keep it moving. It won't
Yeah.
burn.
Oh, John Schultz said he had sauerkraut, pork meatballs, and mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Gary had turnip greens, black-eyed peas with cornbread. Candace had black-eyed peas, greens, smoked pork loin, and cornbread for New Year's. So, woo!
Here, hit it off the bottom.
Well,
Yep.
Good stuff, man.
I'm gonna say it's about ready.
You know what
Ma'am?
he needs to do or put on there?
that was so hot it'd make you
He needs
go
to put bricks.
It's on them.
Oh, there are?
Mhm.
and nod your head at the same
Oh,
time.
well. Somebody needed to.
So, man, we've had a full night. We
Okay.
hadn't even had our main entree yet.
Black pepper, yellow can.
Yellow can.
Y'all know what yellow can is. LeBlanc's
There you go,
Creole.
LeBlanc's. But if you want to come cook a steak with us, you still got time to get signed up. Go to steakcookoffs.com. You can come cook a steak in the SCA event. Man, that was good. That sauce is real, bud. Look at you.
Got more for you.
Look at that. It's like y'all handing out samples at Sam's Club. It's like y'all handing out samples at Sam's Club.
It's on aisle 4. But
Yeah.
all right.
Sam's
Hey,
Club
Big Man,
ain't
haven't
got.
you walked by here before? No, not me.
Woo-wee! Y'all,
But you got the same shirt on. I promise it wasn't me.
hey, wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
But I seen you.
Yep.
The ham and dumplings are ready, I think. These Mark's doing the test days.
Boom.
Bruh. Yeah. All right, so look how, if y'all can get that, look how creamy all that looks, man. Ready to eat. It looks a little bit on the warm side, too.
It might make the roof of your mouth hang down.
Yeah. Gonna have to stir that up a minute.
Man.
Somebody else
Good
gonna have
job,
to.
Dusty.
Somebody else gonna have to come talk because after I eat dumplings, I'm gonna lights out.
I got a competition between
Huh?
G-Man and the dumplings.
Man, it's just something about dumplings. It don't matter.
Feel free to grab.
This is the kind of food that you want when it's 17 outside.
Yeah. Don't make me dumplings when it's 105 outside. Make me dumplings when it's 20 degrees. Woo! Man,
And there's extra seasoning and black pepper right
I
there.
had to double up.
If y'all want.
I had to double up boats right there.
We're doubling.
Yeah, you might have to.
That's why I
Them
haven't
things are
doubled.
good.
I didn't have any bowls.
Nothing wrong with that. Uh-huh.
Bro.
Wow. He said, what?
Come on.
Come on, man.
Crane and spring rolls. What a combination.
Hey,
Crane, spring rolls, and ham and dumplings.
man, I don't care.
The 3 food groups.
I mean, we just like good food.
This right here. Oh,
Now, Dusty, did you get these spring rolls at Costco? International Market. I seen something similar when we went to Costco right before Christmas.
Sam's Club has them too.
all right. Ham and dumplings.
Well, they've had it. What do you think?
That's great. I like ham and I like dumplings. So ham and dumplings just goes real good, man.
Mark, man, it is better than I expected.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I ain't lying. When I first heard it, I was like, I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
It does. And of course, how your ham is going to be is going to change. Just like if you got a honey baked ham, it's going to add you a little more sweetness to it. Like my mother-in-law makes honey baked ham bean soup, so she has a bone and some ham bits from honey baked ham, and it adds a little sweetness to her beans. Me, I like a little smoky.
Mhm.
So this is a smoked ham right here.
These were double smoked.
Yeah, and this is awesome. That's lights out. John Wilt said he'd eat dumplings in any weather.
Well, Yeah, it might make your head sweat a little bit, but I'll do it.
Yeah,
I mean, woo, look at them.
I might not have to have socks on.
I had ham and dumplings at Christmas too, so
You did.
I made a batch for the in-laws. They tore them up pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Greg had some left over yesterday.
That is nice. What y'all think?
Delicious.
Good deal? Thumbs up?
Good flavor.
Yeah, the flavor is unreal.
I'll say that broth, that base,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is just on point.
The dumpling is, like you said, with those biscuits, you got a little thicker bite to your dumpling. It's not as tender as a hand-rolled dumpling, but I like a little bite to it. And so that's real nice, man.
If there's anything you learn from watching this, start with a good stock. I don't care if it's gravy. I don't care if it's gumbo, if it's dumplings, and whatever meat you've got, you got to get that flavor out of that meat and into that liquid.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what we did with the ham. It just really extracted that flavor. Added some aromatics. You can put herbs and stuff in if you want to. We just kind of kept it simple.
Man, you wouldn't be upset at nobody if that got in your beard and stayed there all day.
No, not one bit.
You know what I'm saying? You just smell that. Yeah, make you hungry all day long. Man, that's good stuff.
That's just good, isn't it?
That extra ham
G-Man said put a little hot wing sauce
in here?
in there and see what you
Okay.
think.
Did he try it already?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well,
All right.
Here we go.
Here, I got one.
Yep.
Take one down and pass it around. Got a little G-Man sauce.
that's what I'm talking about.
Sipping on dumpling juice.
Hey, I did that today. You seen the picture?
Yeah, he sent me a video. He sent me a video with and it said sipping on dumpling juice in the middle of the day, like I could leave.
Well, I mean, how do you know if it's right unless you taste
Oh my God!
it?
Hold on,
Wait a minute.
you
Really?
gotta do it.
He said, "Oh my God." How much? Just drizzled it in?
Yeah, it adds a little.
Tap, tap.
It adds a little Asian flair to it.
It goes with everything.
Telling you, G-Man, you're onto something.
Rice. Tapping that rice a little bit.
I mean, seriously,
Woo!
what's wrong with that?
Think about a ham glaze with that.
Oh my!
Smoked and glazed with that.
If we can do it, we're gonna do it. That's it right there, ain't it?
What made you do that? Whatever it is, I like it.
Kind of like what I did for
That
chicken
crazy,
curry
that
on
crazy mind. Man, that's good. So this kind of food warms you to the core. We've talked about that plenty of times before. That
Comfort food, man.
comfort food, comfort food, comfort food.
Them dumplings are just. Woo!
They're money, aren't they? I'm gonna.
I had no idea. I'm going. Wow.
That does it. I gotta get something else to drink, but that does it right there.
But we do got to do a ham with that, G-Man. I think we need to do it. We need to make a what do they call it, a corned ham. You ever had a corned ham? So I think we need to corn us a fresh ham,
Yeah.
and then soak it.
Pastrami brine or corn brine.
Yep.
Yep.
And then soak it,
Ooh.
and then we need to smoke it, and then we need to glaze it with that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You want to try it with a little pastrami? With that?
Hmm?
The sauce?
And on
Pastrami.
top of that,
Yeah, I got that pastrami.
a little bit of good German mustard.
I think you're right. I think with that ham, it'll be point.
Dude, I'm like with
Try
all
it with
the,
it.
with all the appetizers,
Oh, you did already.
with all the appetizers, and the dumpling and the ham and dumplings, I'm getting on full, bro. Not to say I won't have some more when we cut this camera off.
Hey, man.
Ash, we even found popsicles for you.
Mm-hmm.
There's some back there.
Man, we had pterodactyl.
Yeah, we had the pterodactyl. We had a spring roll and ham and dumplings
All over the board.
all over the place.
Yeah, our local supermarket that was giving away food yesterday because of the storm. They actually had popsicles.
Look, I'm telling you,
Yeah. Look at old Daniel. He's over
he
there.
back in it.
He double dipping, ain't he?
Triple dip.
Now they didn't have bomb pops.
They didn't have bomb pops. What
No.
they got?
Oh, it had popsicle and North Star.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, they'll eat, right?
Both of the sugar-free persuasion.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, it's about that time. Well, we're 45 minutes in. About that time.
We do need to figure out sometime when we're going to do our next Cajun night.
Hold on.
I'm with you.
Because we've been promising these folks some rabbit fricassee or something like that for a while now, and it ain't happened yet.
It ain't happened.
Well, we can throw it down.
How about next week?
I'm good with next week.
Yeah.
How about next week?
All
All
right.
right.
Cajun night, fricassee.
Cajun
Y'all
night.
tune in. Cajun, fricassee, rabbit.
Oh, that right there was good.
Be square.
Mr. Surratt says, old school is a clinic on fellowship of like-minded people, sharing everything from great food to believing in our Lord and Savior. Great fun from pen to pen. I'm not sure what that means. Pen to pen. Start to finish?
But yeah, probably. But that's kind of like a mission statement.
Yeah, I appreciate that, brother.
That's a
That's
mission
good.
statement.
All right, so Cajun night. Next Thursday night, we're going to do little rabbit fricassee. Rabbit?
Hassan.
Yeah. So I'm ready to go. That sounds good, ain't it? All right. Y'all make sure to come see us this weekend. Saturday, you still got time to sign up. It's for a great cause. Our good friend
Go get a
Danny
popsicle.
Kennedy. Mark's going to go get us some popsicles. We're going to end this the right way. But help our good friend Danny Kennedy. You can get signed up at statecookoffs.com. And,
Shoot.
man, it's January already. It'll be March before we know it. We'll be going to Fort Worth for the World Championships. Look at these popsicles we got here.
These are North Stars, I think. Raspberry or cherry?
I'll take it. All right.
You know what that means. Break it down.
Popsicles and prayer. Our gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we just thank you for this time together. We thank you for our health, Lord. I know there's so many that need you right now. Just comfort them and give them peace. And Lord, just thank you for this food. Thank you for this fellowship. Thank you for your grace and your mercy, Lord. Keep everyone safe. Keep everyone warm tonight. And just thank you again. Appreciate everybody watching. And bless their homes. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. All right.
God bless y'all. Thank you for watching Old School. Appreciate everybody watching and showing up and sharing the good vittles tonight.
All right. Somebody's getting a phone call. It's time to go.
Peace out, y'all.
Thank y'all. God bless. Love God and love people, y'all.